Hello everybody, I'm Simming in Oz and this is creating the Chamber of Secrets for our Hogwarts build. I have had this bathroom complete for weeks now. I just never got down there to create the rest of the Chamber of Secrets. But I knew I had to do these two things within partnership because you can't have one without the other. If you have a Chamber of Secrets, you have to have a girls' bathroom that's haunted by a ghost. So today we are building the girls' bathroom, and without doubt, it's the biggest bathroom on this lot. Of course, I couldn't make it smaller because it's so iconic. I know this bathroom like I know the back of my hand, and I just couldn't bear the thought of making it smaller. So I actually just went, okay, we're just going to dedicate like a third of a building to it and we'll just go from there. So it's a long room, it's got some privacy stalls, it's got custom stalls actually, and I'm so proud of these little custom bathroom stalls. I started to put down some stalls that we just get from Sims 4, but they're so commercial and they're so modern and they just did not fit with the theme at all. Harry Potter has these beautiful green bathroom stalls, and I just thought they were so lovely and I wanted to recreate them. So I went a bit custom this time, and I've put in these stained glass windows, and I've got the beautiful green bathroom stalls and also the lovely hand washing area that is so secret and has got nothing suspicious about it whatsoever. And then I've got this beautiful upper raised platform where I've got a little garden area with some statues. I felt like if I was going to more than likely make Moaning Myrtle, then I was going to have somewhere for her to haunt and hang out. I was a bit sad with the idea that she would just hang out in a toilet stall. So I've given her a lovely little garden area up top because, you know, we love a little greenery in our Sims 4 builds. So yeah, we're going for it. So I started off, this is me just making these stalls, and Life and Death coming in clutch once again. I'm so sorry, I use it everywhere. It's my new favorite pack, but it's so good and it comes in so handy. And for these purposes, I needed some green bathroom stalls and it delivered, so happy days. And as for the actual build itself, how you get actually down into the chamber, obviously I can't have this bathroom sink area come apart like it does in the movies. However, I just have a secret door, which is the bookcase door, which you can lock and allow whoever within at your leisure. And you can actually go in to the bathroom in the middle of the sink section, and there's a really long ladder and it goes down like 4 floors. And there's no other floors or anything. You are just climbing through open air, and it goes all the way down. You'll see it later. It's absolutely beautiful. And I've got lovely lighting effects. I knew I was going to do the Slytherin common room sooner or later, and I wanted to just get in a little bit of experimentation with the lighting because I have ideas for how to do the Slytherin common room, but I needed to test it out first, so why not here? So it's a very Slytherin area down there. I thought it was perfect. I'm like, okay, let's play with some green lighting and go from there. As you can see here, I am doing the sink area, and I really wanted to make it as built in as I possibly could. I did struggle with the roof of this sink area just because it's not actually as tall as the room itself. It's a whole unit and it's got a roof to it, which I'll put in eventually, but I did struggle with how to construct that because it just doesn't, you can't just put a roof on it. You actually have to get a bit creative. And as for the rest of the bathroom, I just put down some stained glass windows, some benches, keeping it real simple because there's really only 2 functions of this room: go into the bathroom and get into the chamber. So we just kept it super simple in this room, but I do like how it turned out. This is just me playing with the roof tiles, and eventually I do hit on something that I felt was appropriate. I love the curved effect. I just think it adds a little bit of organicness to it, and I do like it. Here I am, actually putting down some sewer drains. I thought to myself, if we're leaning into the aspect of the Chamber of Secrets, and obviously, you know, the snake has to get around somehow and everything, and I thought, well, why don't we have some drainage? And that way it sort of lends itself to the effect of, oh no, there's a sewer in this place, and it is oddly more active than you think. So I actually added in those drainage things, and I thought, yes, that's perfect. I like that. And now we're coming down to the actual bottom of the chamber. I really enjoyed making this tunnel. Like, I wanted it to be very ominous, and I knew what I wanted to do lighting wise, but I just had to add in like some pillars and just some really select wallpaper just to make it perfect. I wanted to change it up within the Chamber of Secrets. The whole castle really has been a very specific type of stone, but I really wanted to change it up within the Chamber of Secrets because it wasn't really built to code, so to speak. No one really knows it's here. So of course they'd probably get different people to make it with different design styles. And then of course it has not done well. It has not been maintained over the ages. Sure, it's got some spell work on it, I'm sure, but it's going to crap. It's got algae and mold and they need to get that treated. But so it's got like all different kinds of wallpaper and pillars, which I thought was a nice distinction between the two areas. And then as you get down to this lower level, it sort of opens up into a nice bigger entry area because I didn't just want to go plum, you're in the chamber. No, I wanted a little bit of build up because it's all about that walk in, get the hallway, and then you get the full effect of the chamber. So yeah. Now, as you can see, I'm building the chamber here. I honestly think I made it too small because I feel like it could have been bigger, but I'm not sure how big the Slytherin common room is going to be. And it's, as you can see in the surroundings, the dungeon's getting quite big. So I haven't built the Slytherin common room yet, and I have big plans for that as well. So I need to know how much space I had to work with. So I've just sort of had to go, okay, you can have this much space and you just have to make it work within that. So here I am adding down the lighting, and it's not the final lighting yet. This is just me struggling through. Now with the doorway to the actual Chamber of Secrets in the movies, it's this circular thing with snakes on it. You have to say Parseltongue to get through it and everything. I wanted to create something similar, though I had to sacrifice it being an actual door. So I do put down some artwork and some wall decoration to simulate this door. However, it's not a door. But I do put down a little wooden bookcase just to add that extra layer of security. So if you don't want people going in here, you just have to set the correct, access to those doors, and you should be good. It's just me adding in some detail because it is a stone castle, and I felt like Salazar Slytherin would not build a chamber that was in any way not grand as heck. So it's just me adding in the effects and everything. And I love how there's a little bit of lighting to those wall decoration sink things. That was really nice. Now for the water surrounding the Chamber of Secrets, I sort of had plans, and then I get to a certain point and I go, oh, I've done this badly. So on the outside of the Chamber of Secrets, I've got a layer of water. You can only really have a layer of water on the very bottom level because you can't stack pools together. So it is a kind of just a pool area on the bottom. However, I do put decoration on the top. The idea of it was that I wanted to add a lot of lighting inside the pool area and set it to green, and then make windows into the Chamber of Secrets. And ideally, the green light would shine from the windows out into the Chamber of Secrets and illuminate it that way. In practice, does not work. Doesn't work in the slightest. I suppose it does, but not enough that it would fill such a cavernous space. So I do have to go through and sort of add other light sources to actually fill up the chamber and make it look really well lit but still shadowy. I was very determined that it was still going to be a very shadowy, dark, dank place. Me going through, adding in some columns. I love doing multi-level buildings. I think tall ceilings and a lot of columns and everything just give anything a really grand built look. So, and of course the Chamber of Secrets, there was no way I was going to do a one-story Chamber of Secrets. Are you kidding me? No. So here I am, I'm creating the main pathway down, and then it comes to a very wide area. I didn't want to go into like the secrets of the Chamber of Secrets. I didn't want to build like a secret library or something like that. I could go back and do that. I can always go back and do that later, absolutely. But for the purposes of this, it's just the basic chamber because I don't know what else is down there. So yeah, I'm just gonna give it some thought. I may extend it, I may not. We'll see. And I believe soon we're coming to the actual really great thing that I love about this build. It's actually because within The Sims 4, there's not a lot of like decorations that are very specific. and I felt I was in need of a really, 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 really big head of Salazar Slytherin. And I thought to myself, oh boy, that's going to be tough. Before we get into that, I am just getting down and doing some multi-leveling things, and then I actually go through and I think I look up the perfect thing that we got from the Life and Death pack. And here it is. It is perfection, is it not? And it was so perfect timing because Life and Death gave us this humongous face, and as soon as I saw it in like the trailer, I was like, oh, it's a Salazar Slytherin head. Yes! So I knew I was going to add that, and I just love little creative things like that. It just makes the build so much more fun and intricate. I could just make a chamber and try and struggle along, but it really does help when things just line up like that, and I do love it. I've introduced the green lighting now. Does it not make the world of difference? It looks so creepy down there. As you can see, I'm playing with the lighting and I am disappointed with how little light is showing through the windows. I even took some windows away and experimented with different ones, but no, it really, really, really just doesn't work like that. So I did have to add in some extra light sources. But honestly, it was a ton of fun creating this build. I do think it's still too small, but you know what, I was in love with it. Going through though, I did have one regret, in that in the Chamber of Secrets there's actually these pools on either side of the walkway, and I really wanted to recreate that. However, it occurred to me, and this is where I got stuck, I'm on the very bottom basement level. I don't have any more room to create a pool or a pond any further down. I'm down. I'm at the very bottom. So what do? So I tried a few things. There's certain things how you can fill a room with water, pond water, etc. I think you can only do that above ground though. And then here I am just stumbling around with floor tiles going, oh, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? And we don't really have a water wall tile, so pardon me, a floor tile. So I end up just putting down this glowing floor tile, setting it to green, and just putting down a hell of a lot of greenery, and then hoping for the best. I do put down some like water things, and they do shoot water, just because I feel like the place needed a bit of actual water in it, just so it could be a bit more authentic. But essentially that is it. And then the last things of the build is I put down these pond things, and that was so cute. And I thought, yes, green. It's so dank and wet down there. It's going to be great. And then the last thing is I put down a diary. Isn't it perfect? I thought, oh, yes, a diary. Now I just need a Tom Riddle, a teenage Tom Riddle to come and haunt this place, and a moaning myrtle in the bathroom, and I am set. But that's a project for another day. Thank you so much for coming along. I've enjoyed this immensely. Like and subscribe if you'd like to see some more. Otherwise, I hope you're having a fantastic day. But I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.